It's January 2013. We're back at the ASAH School for Orphaned Girls. So what are we doing here? I came here first in 2007. This was not even really a full dream at that time. We just came to find out what was happening with orphans in this part of the world, and we learned that they were really suffering. Most orphans weren't going to school. Of course, orphan girls were not going to school because they're needed to do work. And so we went home and tried to figure out how we would solve this problem. We started with a dream, and I came back here in 2010 to see whether we could make that dream a reality. I met with Dao John and Wu, identified guardians and orphans in the village, and from that group we selected our first 11 girls and started an after-school program in July of 2011. Can you tell them we should say, here we are at ASAH Home for Girls.
Okay.
I returned several times that year. We started planning the building project. This land that we are on is land that was donated to us by the Paramount Chief. He, I think, is very pleased with the progress that we've made. You know, sometimes people come and say they're going to do something and they never come again. One of the big impacts that ASAH has had is that we're coming back regularly. We have started a program. The program is in operation. We're employing people from the community as in various roles: teachers, cooks, cleaners, guards. We have maintenance workers. We're doing building construction right now, so we have local people building concrete block for us. We have people that haul sand. So there is an economic dividend to this community because of our presence, because we need people to help us do what we need to get done here. This country has very few educated people and almost no educated women. You know, literacy for women is maybe 1%. You know, in this village, there's only one educated woman, and she works for us. Her name is Daruka, and she is our matron. ASAH is a program that is going to educate many girls. Our goal is 50. We now have 23 girls. In our first year, we have 23 girls, and by end of the spring, if we can raise enough money to build a second dormitory, we will add another 7 or 8 girls from more far-reaching villages. We want that impact to go across a broader area, and we envision educated women from across Duke County beginning their education here, and we will follow them through so that they get secondary school education and beyond, into college if they're able to qualify to go to college, into a trade school, learn some skill that they can earn a living and support their families. So that is the goal. So I can tell you that our girls have already, in the short time, in the first year, our girls have are noticed throughout the community. They are dressed well. They are clean. They are performing better than the boys in school, better than we ever expected they would perform.
Without ASAH, without African Soul American Hearts, without Deb Dawson's and the supporters back in the United States and the donors, this girl would have never met to that position, to top 10 or top 20. So that's how you feel. You just feel this is it. You know, what will happen to these girls in next 20 years? Maybe all of them are going to finish their primary school. All of them are going to finish their high school education. Maybe all of them may finish their university education. These girls are not just girls, are girls that may lost their mothers, they lost their fathers. So chances for them to survive, chances for them to climb the ladder of education is zero if there is no organization such as African Soul American Heart. Zero. They could not go anywhere. They could maybe be married off at the age of 14, maybe up to 19 and so on. They could do that. But because of this program, I think the girls are going to not only help themselves, but I think they're going to help this community.
I'm here at the end of a nearly 5-week visit. When I come here, I come for a long time because there's always many things to do. Sometimes I have to pinch myself because I can't believe we've accomplished as much as we've accomplished. When I came here in 2007, really this idea, we just didn't know how we would accomplish it. We decided to concentrate on orphan girls because of girls in the world. Orphan girls are the least likely to get an education. Orphan girls are the most likely to be exploited, for things like early marriage or other terrible things that happens to young women in this world, not only in South Sudan. So our place here is going to be, maybe not by, well, actually it already looks like a showcase to me. I find the Tukels to be very aesthetically pleasing. We're trying now to build out of concrete because the buildings are more long-lasting, and we want a sense of permanence here, that this is not a temporary program. I'd like to see us get 50 girls educated through primary school here. Next year, 2 of our girls will be in secondary school, and my dream is to bring a teacher here, maybe from the US, maybe from Kenya, someone who has teaching experience and also is a teacher trainer, because all of our teachers are just hungry for more education, and that's difficult for them to come by. So if we could bring someone here, maybe someone would want to sponsor a teacher like this to come here and work for a few months, 3 months, 6 months, and do some intensive teacher training, as well as work with some of our girls at the secondary level, so we're prepared to start that secondary program. Eventually, we want to send all of our girls to university or to a trade school. We want them to have real skills, real knowledge, and real abilities to be girls who will lead this country in the future. 50 young women who will change the world they live in. South Sudan has many challenges, and they will not develop unless they educate their women, and our girls are going to see that other girls are educated after them. We're looking for sponsors for our new girls. We already have some sponsors for some of our new girls. A sponsorship, we're asking $100 a month, which is $1,200 a year. That doesn't even come close to covering the cost of our program. In order to even bring the girl here, we have to build a place for her to live. We have to buy her a bed. We have to buy a mattress and a blanket and a pillow and soap, which is consumable, and laundry soap. And she needs school shoes and sports shoes and socks, and she needs uniforms and t-shirts, something to sleep in. She needs a towel to wrap herself in. You think of everything you use in your daily life, and maybe take just 1/8 of that, because she's not using as much as you are using, but still her daily life, to give her a good life, requires a lot of intervention and a lot of things. School books, we need school books. They're consumable, especially in this environment. They only have a certain lifespan, especially the paperback books. We go through them, and the notebooks and the pencils and the pens. We need chalkboards and all of these things so that we can properly educate them. Our next goal is to build some temporary classrooms, classrooms that would have a 5-year life. We can build these fairly cost effectively using bamboo and iron sheet for the roofs. They're quite sturdy, and we're looking forward to trying that, since the cost to build proper kitchen and dining room is a little prohibitive at this point. So I hope you will support us. Every dollar counts. It's expensive to run this program, but the impact is tremendous, because it is not just each girl that is benefiting. It's her extended family who benefits from having us feed her and from the things that she is able to bring back to them in terms of her knowledge. It's people in the community, other girls who are now wearing clean clothes to school because the ASAH girls are setting the standard. These are the kinds of things that our girls are doing here, and they're amazing, and they are hungry to learn, and we want to help them do that. We have many dreams for the future, but right now we just try to get through the day, do the best that we can.